Itunu project. We're doing our research analysis, and we felt that the commercial plots, commercial properties is undersupplied, right? And look, to be very honest with you, in Nigeria, you really don't need to do a lot to make a piece of real estate attractive. Let me put it that way. You don't need to do a lot. You probably just need to. You just need to do some of the things that the government didn't do, right? And I think that is one of the things that made the Itunu residential a bit of a fantastic project. Not a lot was done, but the basic thing that the government didn't do, like roads, like electricity, like street line, like you want to be able to access. Just plug and play kind of thing, right? So if you create a community that you have a bank, you have a hospital, you have an helipad, you have schools, you have all of them functional, you can then cite a very nice company, commercial, So if you check the layout, you see there's a particular place we call bank. So we want to sell that place to just banks, right? And then not more than that plot will be sold to banks. So such that we don't have 6 or 7 or 10 banks in a community of maybe 9,000 people. So maybe 2 banks, which one has already been sold, and and if you look at that, you see the hospital would be sold to an hospital, maybe 1 or 2 as well. So it's just so talking about the driving, the kind of industrialization that we expect in this environment alone is driving factor. Just opposite there is the proposed airport. I don't know if you know that after Itunu City, there's a road they're fixing that leads directly to the Dangote refinery. Did you know that? Yeah. So from here then, you should probably spend literally 15 to 20. I don't know if you're going to be off 20 minutes, to be honest. Maybe 15 minutes, to the Dangote refinery. The seaport is there, so you want goes, you get it docked over there, and then you bring in. There's a place, I think 50,000 square meters on the layout, which is down the estate. I think it's that for warehouse, right? And then we got someone to buy a big part of it, and then so warehouse, people, everything is just the amount of industrialization. So so you have the airport, you have the seaport, you have the, like you said, the refinery, you have the Alaro, which a lot of industrialization is going to be happening as well. Remember, and then we are already creating all of it. So look, you can actually be in this community, in this city, called Itunu City, and don't need to go anywhere for like the next 1, 2, 3 years. To be honest, you have a lake, you have hotel resorts, you have and then you have everything, So literally you don't need to go anywhere. So that's what I'm saying. So we are not just trying to be, like I said, in Nigeria, just need to do a bit of them, what the government didn't do. But we won't even do that because we are going to go above that. That's what we did at Itunu Residential, what the government didn't do. And then, it went viral. A lot of people liked the project. God sold a lot of it in like 3 or 4 months. And then we're even going just above that. And there are also some people that we're talking to. The reason why we didn't put that in the brochure is because we're still talking to them, the duty-free kind of incentive, lots of, we're still talking to, Lagos State about tax-free kind of incentive, in the community, and so we've not been able to close the deal yet, but it's something that we're aggressively pursuing, and then it's just some of the incentive that would be in the day before yesterday, I was in a meeting like late night with Flutterway to create like the biggest tech hub, the tech city in Itunu City, right? This is some of the things that will drive, like I don't know, in London, like Cambridge tech hub, in Shoreditch, in Silicon Valley, places like that. You might having stuff like that in this kind of city. So you either come for the serenity of the environment, or for the techishness of the environment, or for the workability, for the fact that everything is working in the environment, so people can come for different things, and you can even live in this city without needing to get out for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Hopefully, I've answered your question.
Thank you very much, sir. Is there any other person that has a question? Is your question answered? Yes.
question I have here is how soon is the allocation, the commercial plot?
Okay. So what we try to do is, like I said, I always, go back to the residential. It's no residential. I think maybe 1 month or 2 months after we launched, we did our first allocation. 6 weeks, okay. And then after them, we did another allocation. And 3 weeks after them. Then after them, we want to do another allocation. So allocation was done. Look, I think we're like 5 or 6 years in this game. And then we know that clients would rather even be allocated very fast. They probably even prefer allocation than infrastructure. We understand that, right? And then these are things that we do. However, so we want to quickly jump on the infrastructure, but also we know that we have a layout, and then we know where the roads are going to be, where the amenities and everything will be. So we can actually allocate even more planning for the infrastructure. So I cannot right about now give you the exact date of the first set of allocation, but I know that it's happening very soon because the surveyor is there and everything. Just the same way we did it. Most of the people that have committed payment in Itunu residential allocated, and then hopefully it's going to continue with Itunu City. I, for some reason, do not handle allocation, but I monitor it. So I'm going to really monitor that as well. Thank you. Yes,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Juliet. Any other question, please?
I just came in. Is there anybody there that has a question?
Morning. My name is Elinobe. I want to know when this pre-launch price is going to elapse.
today. It's because it's pre-learned that we have learned. We can do something. Someone just told me something. We can make people who pay pre-launch price till Sunday night, right? And then from Monday we start with our launch proper price. Yeah, because of weekend. But remember the real price, what we think is the genuine price, what the Itunu City is actually worth, would kickstart actually November 1, when the infrastructure starts. That is actually what we think that the amount of value that we want to create in Itunu City is actually worth. So right now, I think we're selling the 500 square meter of residential for 20 million. And then the other one, the
300 square meters for 12 million.
Yeah, and the commercial for 65. We do not think anybody that wants to do any commercial project should own less than 1,000 square meters. That's why we sell 1,000 square meters. So, but then that's not the worth of the amount of value that we want to put in Itunu City. So in November 1, the proper price will then kickstart. At that time, we mobilize our people to begin the actual infrastructure that we want to be known for, or we are known for. Yeah. So you can tell your client that can't pay between now and Sunday to quickly pay between now and October, such that they can enjoy massive capital gain, like we have created for them in Itunu Residential. Most of the people that bought at 16 in Itunu Residential, I think the price is now 30 something million.
5 million.
Yeah, that's almost more than 100%. It's worth it. Go to the site, you see that. Compare. The few of you that were there on the launch day. Literally, the ground was like this the day we launched, and you can compare what we have there now. Trust me, a lot of not just money, a lot of hard work and time, blood, sweat has gone into making that place the way it is right now. So, if people that have gotten like 100% capital gain in 5 months, I think they should they should quickly key into this one too, such that they will get same thing or even better. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions, please? Good morning, everyone. I want to, for the commercial, please, can you have a filling station in there?
Yes.
No, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me add something, right? So, first of all, the filling station is not in our layout, and it is not part of the what we think that we want to be in Itunu City. And secondly, I just add now that of course the DPR will not approve a filling station in a residential and commercial estates like what we want to create. But yeah, there are going to be a lot of filling stations along this line. Don't worry, it's probably the person that might just literally 5 minutes out and get his car filled up. And most of the people that were doing it in Itunu City, we think that they might be riding on Teslas, so they might not need to fill. Good morning. Good morning. In the commercial, please, in the commercial area here, can we have a place, a car lot like where you can sell cars and mechanic workshop? Is it possible?
Mechanic workshop.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I just yes, it's possible because I mean it's your land and I think it's part of the layout. So yes.
Please, can you list the things that will be carried out in the commercials, like that? Anything?
Is it what? I
Let's
think
know the specific, the kinds of things that will be carried out in the commercials.
To be honest, I don't get your question. But
What I mean, like you say, filling stations is not allowed. Yes. Can we know the ones you have in mind?
every other thing apart from the filling station.
Okay, like hotels and all.
Yeah, but we don't want the filling station. Yeah. But look, to be honest, if you ask me to list, right, I might not be able to list it because I mean, we can look. If you buy the land, right, you can do a lot of things with your land because we actually want as much commercial activities as possible, right? And then also, if you check the brochure, I should think that when you read the brochure very well, it should explain to you the kind of business activities, the kind of stuff that would be in that particular city. And trust me, you can very much trust 100% what is inside that brochure, right? So if you ask me to list right now, maybe not possible. Maybe some things will fly off my head. Maybe some will even come, right? But you can then go to the brochure. It will give you an idea. But truthfully, I know for a fact that we don't want or we cannot have a filling station. But every other thing can be in the city.
Good morning. There's a price increase infrastructure milestone here. If I want to pitch that to a potential investor, how attainable is it? Like, what are the factors that we use to pitch this price increase infrastructure to the investor?
Yeah. So, it's pretty attainable because we've done it before. Yeah. We think that, look, if you have a project, a property, you either wait for the government to do some things for you, the government to create value around that area for price to increase, right? Like what happened in Ibejuleki, Dangote had to come, the seaport, and then that was the marketing factor. And automatically that was like what caused the price increase, like you know, like drove up the value of that place. But you can as well then create that same value yourself, right? You can go to that side, you know, create roads, create good infrastructure, you know, have some incentives around, you know, people that have bought commercial. Look, I don't think I want to mention, but they're like, are you there? There are like some 5 companies that have bought already this Itunu City, and then these are some of the companies that companies want to be around, because it's just the same way that Eco Atlantic was a good project, was a decent project. But as soon as it's announced that the American consulate was building a $500 million facility in that place, you know, it attracted a lot of, you know, everybody from all around the world. I heard now that 47 projects are going to be kickstarting in Eco Atlantic for next year. So that's forcing development, forcing value on a particular project. Whenever it's real estate strategy, it has worked everywhere. It has worked in America, it was worked in the UK, it will work in Nigeria. And that's what we did with Itunu Residential. You know, we have forced the development, we have put the roads, we have put the facility, we have, you know, we literally had to get, if you notice, these roads were fixed normally before without consideration of any estate around. You know, we literally had to negotiate with the government to give us passage, you know, for both of this road, this Itunu City and the other one, which, you know, they are there to, and they gave us, right? So these are some of the top level, top-notch negotiation that we're engaging with the government, with, you know, individual stakeholders, with different people, you know, just such that, so that the, you know, the value of our estate is really driven. So that you're looking at, to be very honest, I think is very much attainable. I said earlier that what I think that the price of Itunu City is actually what we're not selling right now. Is the price November 1 when we start the infrastructure, and that's what I think the price of, because of the what we want to put, the amount of innovation, the amount of value, the amount of infrastructure, the amount of companies, top companies that are actually coming into this city. Look, I'll tell you something. If you have a client or if you have money, I know you have money, you have to buy, or you have to tell your client to buy. It's going to be the best project this year. Maybe another one will come next year, but definitely will be done by us anyway, if it comes. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Anyway.
Thank you, sir. So I have this question. After a client buy and finish paying all the money involved, how long would you allow the client to wait without like building anything or doing any project on it? How long? And is there anything like any requirements if the client have to wait without doing anything on the land?
Okay, I will answer that. I will answer that. So for the city, we understand that, of course, clients, people buy land, not just for projects. A lot of people buy for investment, right? And we have also put, one of the reasons why we did our price increase, you know, tied to infrastructural milestone, is such that people can then exit, such that people can then exit at different infrastructural milestones and then make money. You know, that's putting a bit of finance in real estate, right? So now I think we are launching at 20 million. So in November 1, I don't know what the price is going to be, 35 million. So if you then think that by that time, of course, Itunu City will be scarce because a lot of plots will be knocked up already. So a client can then say, look, if it's 35 million, I can throw back to the open market to sell at 32 million. Just a bit below the actual value, but also you can quickly clean out, making more than 50% ROI in less than 3 months. So we understand that people do not just want to buy to build, they also want to buy for investment, and that's why we have put some of those prices tied to our infrastructural milestones, such that they can exit at a particular price better than what they have bought. And then also, we will be rolling out some things, maybe not this year, maybe next year, that we can, you know, a program that will make it very easy for clients to be able to liquidate their investment if they do not want to stay, right? So for the city, like I've said, it is not compulsory, but we very much put in our mind how to allocate for people that want to quickly start development, because that's one of the things that they want to do in residential. So we have some plots that we've not allocated, that's in some part of the estate, if you notice, and then that would be jointly developed by us and by clients that are quickly ready to build. So the clients that are ready to build will probably do a plot swap. One of the things that we'll announce, you know, later this year, we'll do a plot swap. You know, if you can show us your design and approval, then you're ready to build. We'll do a plot swap, we'll put you in the front part of the estate, because it's going to the amount of the pace with which we want the estate to grow is going to slow it down if the front part of the estate is just, you know, not developed, and, you know, development is happening at the back like some estates. So we have strategies covering that up already. So for clients that want to test for investment, we know where to allocate them, and then we know how to, you know, make them exit and put another person in their place. At first, making them money, and then for clients that want to quickly build, we know where to allocate them, and then we know how to give them good incentive to encourage them to quickly start building. Hopefully I've answered the question. But if I have not answered, come to the office.
Thank you, sir. My question is, hello, sir. Is there any provision for mosques or churches in the commercial part of the land?
Yes. There is, but I'm thinking that we can remove it. Depends on the. To be honest, I don't know why the put mosque and church in there. You know, really?
There is.
You know how many churches are around this area? It's in the layout right now. To be honest, it's in the layout, and it's in a very good part of the layout, because we also want. We believe in God, right? So we want the people living in the city to also believe in God and worship God, right? But to be very honest, if I had the better power, you know, if I have the better power to do and undo, I'd remove it, because there are churches already in a lot of churches already in Nigeria. We need development, we need companies, we need factories, we need industrialization, we need, you know, things that will create employment, that will drive value, that will drive, you know, that will contribute to building nation. That's what I think. You know, I don't want to be talking like a motivational speaker right now, to be honest. Yeah, but on the layout, I think we have like 10,000 square meters we sell to the church and mosque. If it come with the right price, why not? You know, we'll sell it, and then later we'll probably negotiate with you to buy it down at a good price. Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for the session. Basically, I need just an emphasis. Are you telling us that Veritasi will be ready to help clients who want to flip over, who want to sell their plots to different stages of infrastructural development? The company is ready to help clients make the sales.
So I didn't say that, right?
Okay, so kindly help me clarify. Thanks.
Yeah, so I didn't say that. What I said is, with our strategy, right? If a client, imagine, let's paint a scenario, like your client bought 20 million, right? And then the next price at infrastructure will start at 35 million, right? And then by that time, you know, the land will be scarce, because we know it will be scarce already. Because we will make it scarce, because we have sold it all, right? And then your client then wants to liquidate his investment. If he then puts that same investment back in the market at 30 million, you probably just need to, or maybe approach one of the realtors that can sell, or approach some of the Veritasi staff, and
Hello.
yeah, for example, let me tell you an example, right? So when we, and then some people will then come to say, look, we want to sell for 55. every time that we are turning open to the market, I've sent our clients a mail to say, look, there's an apartment ready for 50 million. You need to pick. They get a lot of mails, like people wanting to quickly buy, you know. So what I'm saying is 40 million to 50 million in less than 1 year is like 25% ROI, but they can do better, right? We have not said or signed any agreement that we must help you sell, because we are not in the business of helping clients resell their property. But we are saying that we create so much value that your clients will be able to put that same property back in the market at a very reasonable gain, capital gain, and it will sell quickly as fast as possible. Hopefully I've answered your question. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. So just like 2 more questions so that and then we can, yeah.
2 more questions. 2 more questions.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Abuchi Chukwuemeka from Abuja. My question flows like this. I think I want to understand if there is architectural plan for the residential layout.
Come again.
I want to understand if there is specific architectural plan for the residential layout.
Okay, I get your question. The kind of building to build. Yeah, I understand the answer. Yeah, first of all, Abuchi, right? Am I correct?
Yes, I'm Abuchi Chukwuemeka.
Yeah, you came from Abuja, right? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You coming from Abuja. My team will give you something. For that, I'm flying from Abuja for this lunch. Let's contact any member of the team. Yeah, an incentive. I can hear a lot of people saying here, but I came from Owerri too. But you did say it. No, I mean, look, I know that, I mean, everybody deserves to be given something, right? You all have tried. And then, of course, we'll do our best. But for the fact that, I mean, Abuja is far, and, you know, a lot of bandits, you know, for him to be able to pass that road, that, you know, and fly, you know, he's really tried, you know. So, to the question, I mean, very easy. So, look, there is we have the regulation. Have you sent it to clients? No, not yet. So, there's building regulations already prepared for Itunu residential, and the one for Itunu City is outside. I don't know if you've heard it. Yeah, but of course, this part of the road, you know, even from Alausa from here, in this part of the road, you can go higher. I think this is like the commercial part of the, you know, and this is like the residential part. Yeah, so I mean, in that place, we've done the regulation, even for us as a company, and then I think we'll send it to clients. So you know the amount of, look, we did it to the extent that we'll set the amount of trees that needs to be planted per plot. You know, like, right? So that is part of the plan, and that is already being worked on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your question.